wake up, people. You're not ready, you're going to stay. Heavy, just a little And since you're all here and engaged in this sort of inquiry and listening to this sort of lecture, I assume that you're all on the process of waking. What you do is what the whole universe is doing at the place called consciousness. You are something the whole universe is doing. In the same way that waves is something that the whole ocean. The real you is not a puppet inside the divine. The real deep down is the whole. So then, when you die, you're not going to have to put up with everlasting non-existence, because that's not an experience. A lot of people are afraid that when they die, they're going to be locked up in a dark room forever. Everybody is up. You all know you're you. And wheresoever beings exist throughout all galaxies, it doesn't make any difference. You are all of it. And when they came to being, that's it. But one of the most interesting things in the world is the world that is the way of realization. Try and imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Think about it.
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Little technical difficulties. But what's up, everybody? Back with another video. Oh shit, it's on. I wanted to hear this real quick.
Secretary of the Department of Health.
This is the FEMA threats. Apparently, FEMA is receiving threats from citizens and militias and all kind of shit.
At the scenes, our Spanish language interpreters are Tamara Cabrera and Erica Kukler. We'll first hear from Emergency Management, Will Ray.
So kind of listen to this.
Thank you, Governor Cooper, and good morning, everyone. The response and recovery efforts following Helene are ongoing across Western North Carolina. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone that has responded to assist our state and to support our local communities during this challenging time. Over 1,500 responders from 38 states have responded to assist North Carolina in our response and recovery efforts. It's been inspiring to see the collaboration and support of partners from across the country converging on our state with one shared mission to help Western North Carolina. Recovery efforts are continuing and increasing across the impacted area, with local, state, and federal resources deployed into the counties. Over 170,000 North Carolinians have applied for FEMA individual assistance, with nearly $100 million dispersed directly to survivors. Disaster recovery centers have begun operation in impacted counties, and more are coming on.
let
My
alone
bad.
federal
Somebody must have
responders who are
called me.
here to help people.
My bad.
in this
Someone must have
critical
called
time.
me.
So let me be
Y'all hear
clear.
this shit?
I take these threats seriously, and the safety of these responders is and will remain
Y'all hear this
a priority
crap?
for me and my team. Now, over the weekend, out of an abundance of caution, we made operational changes to keep FEMA personnel safe. But none of the changes we made impacted ongoing search and rescue or other life safety operations. We started to resume canvassing operations yesterday, and I was in the field with them, going door to door. And our disaster survivor assistance teams will continue to go door to door in impacted communities. So let me be clear, we are not going anywhere. We have over 2,000 people from the federal family in North Carolina, and misinformation will not deter us from our mission of helping people, period. This is what we are here to do, and I want to set the story straight. I have personally been here for over 2 weeks now, and I can tell you that I have felt nothing but gratitude, compassion, and unity from all of the communities that I have met with, from Black Mountain to Collettsville, from Asheville to Canton. And today I'll be joining Governor Cooper.
That's enough of that shit. What y'all think about it, man? Whoa, whoa. What's good, everybody? The quote. I don't care if he was an Indian. I'm talking about the quote. The quote is what I'm looking at. Remember, message, not messenger. The quote. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. But yeah, you got to look at the message on there. Did y'all hear that FEMA? Am I still live? Somebody give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know if we're still live, guys. Thanks, Tab P. You got to look at the quote, right? The quote states, if I want my people to be free, Americans have to be free. They're telling you right then and there, because Americans are the indigenous aboriginal people of the land. So think about what he's saying. See, Americans think it is Americans. You wouldn't think a native would want Americans to be free on their land? Think about that. No, absolutely not. You got to look at the message, not the messenger. Just like in this FEMA thing, they call them Carolinians. Why do they call them Carolinians? Carolinians, however they just said it, is because that's federal FEMA, and they are talking to Carolinians. Therefore, they are using them in the pretense of Carolinians, not U.S. citizens. That's why this shit is going the way it's going. That's why there's money involved, and that's why FEMA doesn't ever do anything but collect money. Remember, it's a collection agency. They're not doing anything. They've been known to not do anything, and the rest of it they subcontract. That's what they do. Gotta read the words. They don't lie to you. You quickly snap out of the truther spell and realize these motherfuckers don't lie to you.
Early in the response, have conducted over 200
now they say, oh, they're being threatened. Like, this is again the games that they're playing. Oh, they're being threatened. Oh, the Trump sovereign citizen Republican supporter was a goddamn sovereign citizen. I mean, it's just, where does this even begin to make sense? This guy was seen with everybody, and he got caught with guns, and we believe they're slickly telling you this is the shit they're going to be doing when they collapse and they create turmoil. If you got you're moving with fire. You're not good. You're not going to be able to move with firearms. Well, they're going to say you can't. They're going to do some kind of order, and they're going to do you just like that. Plain and simple. Oh, you can't have that. We have to take that. We don't know what you're going to do. You had all these different IDs. We need a digital ID. Oh, they're using a plate thing because many people are figuring this shit the fuck out, and they need to hurry up. So I remember I made the stream the other day, and I was like, "Is this Mr. 19 number two?" And I think they're running it, guys. Honestly, I think they're running it. So it's going to carry into something else, right? I think they're full out running it. All right. And they're going to carry it into something else. I mean, Wyoming is on fire, right? You don't hear a peep about that. People had to evacuate, all kind of shit there too. You know? I mean, it's really going down, guys.
We remain steadfast in our commitment to support.
You know, and this whatever's going on in North Carolina, they're trying to save face, blame it on, oh, this is why we're pulling back. And they don't have no resources, guys. They don't got no resources. We saw that during Hurricane Katrina. They don't have any resources. So it's some wild stuff, man. The more the days go on.
National Guard and active duty for their dedication and continued efforts as they continue to provide relief and support into
This is
Western North Carolina.
gaslighting at its finest. They're talking about everything that they're doing instead of talking about the people that are in fucking desperation right now. This is how they gaslight. They gonna sell the American people on how good they do, so the American people gonna be like, oh, relax a little bit. Okay, they're helping those people because all the videos I saw on the internet, oh my God, it must be misinformation. That's what they're doing. Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff, guys. But they are running it, guys. And it's time to prepare. It's time to get ready. It's time to hunker down because they are doing whatever they're doing. Going to be one thing after another thing. We believe we stopped the terror threat. What? I mean, there's a lot of things that you got to go back and remember. And on the flip side of this is being done deliberately, right? Because they're promoting all this stuff at the same time. Because remember, it's CIA. So nothing's going to get out if they don't want it to get out. Just like the doctors all over the world that have come together about the pokodokum. The you know what? It's well known, but you don't see it anywhere. It's well known what they did, but you don't see it anywhere here in the United States. All right? With that, and how people are dying everywhere. But you don't see it or hear a peep about it. I'm talking legit, the most fucking scientific humans on Earth that just didn't go along with the program. Right? And again, at the end of the day, I told you guys the New World Order is going to come take out the New World Order to form a New World Order. The same ones that we know sacrifice will sacrifice themselves to retain power. That's all that's happening. And this FEMA thing is just another notch in it. Look at, it is what it is. The federal government can't do this, can't do that. Just a notch in it. They want you to know about this. They want you to see it. They want you to absorb it. Mass confusion. Don't know which direction to run. So when this power structure comes, everyone says, oh my God, these people are righteous. These people are saviors. Because just like the Diddy story, all this shit is going to come out and everyone's going to say, oh, look at, yay. No, it's not just the Diddy story. It's going to be the whole Mr. 19 thing, the faces they showing you, the Faucis, the Bill Gates, all these people. They're going to just bring it all down. And it's a warning to truthers. Don't go up there saying, I've been telling you, and a lot of us been telling you this from the start. Don't go Oh my God, look, it's happening. Don't fall in. You'll fall in that savior hole real quick. Oh my God, it's the act of God. You know, Yeshua, motherfucking Hebrew Israelites and all the other shit. You know, Yahweh, yeah, it's Yah. No, it's them, motherfucker. Sorry. You still, to this day, couldn't even possibly begin to convince me or sit down logically and produce evidence of that shit being real versus what is happening. It's impossible. You can't do it. Not with me. It ain't gonna work with me. You can't do it by default. When you know the history of what Christopher Columbus claimed, there's no way you could come here and talk to me. Done by the Roman Catholic Church, right? Which separated from the Royal Church of England, right? They didn't separate, they just expanded. That's all they did. And you have the Christ, right? They ain't lying. The Christ runs this nation, but ain't the Christ that you think it is. So, and to actually have a Bible that was given to my ancestors for them to read with a head of one of my ancestors sticking at the forefront of the room. Oh, that's really convincing because I showed y'all what the fuck discovery meant. I told y'all yesterday, and I want to go through it again just so people can understand, because it entails the Bible, okay? It entails that Holy Roman book, right? That was created by men. What the fuck going on? That stole a lot of divine knowledge and information. So a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it is what it is. That's why you can have organizations like FEMA come up here and gaslight you. And they could come out with a full out, flat out, if you look at the guy, Republican, and then call him a sovereign citizen, which doesn't even fucking make sense. He's a full out Republican that believes in the system, definitely believes in the Republican side, but he's a sovereign citizen. That doesn't even work. And one, they wouldn't even do anything like that. But now the word is, oh, he was trying to protect the president. Oh, well, still look, they got him. All right. A lot of wild shit going on, you know? You got FEMA up here barking and shit, talking about they've been threatened. Shit, at the end of the day, what the fuck? Think about this, guys. FEMA was threatened. The people would be mad as fuck, okay? And the way they're coming in, it's all over the internet. I would be mad as a bitch too. So when I'm talking about they're threatened, shit. You could voice your motherfucking opinion. Now, if someone's physically threatening them and they actually harm them, that's a different story. But they're painting a fucking total recall type of mentality. You know? It's like motherfuckers rolling down the street. Your whole shit been destroyed. And these motherfuckers coming in and pointing this direction, that direction. You're going to be like, man, fuck you. You ain't helping. And you turning. It's 100% evident that they've hindered operation. There was one shit. Check out Truth Stream Media's, videos on that shit. I still ain't even finished watching part 2 yet. But a motherfucking Black Hawk helicopter came down and blew all the motherfucking supplies away from the people trying to help. This is some wicked, sick, and twisted shit. Hands down. Wickedly twisted. You know? So I would be mad as fuck too. The people got a right to be mad. You know? They don't got a right to hurt and injure nobody, but they got a right to be mad. You know? You can't trust. It's well known that you can't trust the motherfucking government at all. Zip zero. Not a fucking ounce. Can't trust them. So if you ain't got no trust, then what is it? You know? People got a right to be upset. Shit is wild. And they quickly creating. See how this story intertwines with the sovereign citizen? North Carolina militias are threatening FEMA. Oh, ironically, you fit sovereign citizens into militia. You know, and I mean, it's just that, man. This shit is fucking crazy, man. You know, I mean, we are really winding down to the nitty gritty. You know, with a lot of things. It's crazy, 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 crazy. So they're still, I'm still kind of earing the.
Of Health and Human Services Secretary to answer that question.
Thank you, Governor. As of this morning, we have 95 confirmed fatalities from the impacts of the storm.
I don't know what they talking about, but anyways. So yeah. Um. Um. Hold on one second. I was looking at something. What was it? Um, well, I don't know. Fuck, I forgot. But anyways, so back to the topic at hand. Yeah, Christopher Columbus. It all intertwines together. Um, like I did a kind of a social experiment yesterday, and I dropped the. People thanked me, and other people went ballistic, crazy. Had some other person fucking message me and just was like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" I'm unfriending you because this. I knew you were a little boy and you play these games and all this other stuff when everybody knows that he didn't discover America. And you're like, I'm like, what in the fuck? Who the fuck? Why are you messaging me? I'm not on this bitch for friends. Like, I'm not on no fucking Facebook for friends at all. I don't want no friends. Like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, see, and this is the shit that I talk about all the time, this energy, these mindsets. And then she was like, I should have known you're vegan. You're not getting enough B12. And this is a person where they used to be vegan. And I tell them people straight up, I'm vegan, so you know how I eat, which is I don't eat fucking meat and shit and dairy and all that other shit. But I'm not a vegan. I don't even fuck with vegans. I don't fuck with vegans like that. They're not my fucking friends. If I see them, I see vegans. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? If I see them like that, but I don't have vegan friends. I hang out. I don't do that. People I associate aren't vegan. What does that tell you? I can't. I mean, I can't even believe it. I'm gonna play this shit. It's like, what? Why are you even messaging me? It was voice messages. It wasn't even text. So I didn't know what they said. And when I played, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? I've heard this energy before. Like, get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. I don't fuck with you. I'm not here for friends. I do what I do, and I know how to, I understand human psychology. That's why all these people were triggered yesterday. Because all the friends that I got are these so-called awakened people from every walk of fucking awakening that you could seek on the internet. So they was big mad. Do I take any supplements? No. For what? What supplements I need? I don't take any supplements. Hell no. I just don't eat fucking flesh and I don't do dairy. I mean, anybody doing dairy, I mean, come on. We gotta know that shit ain't no good for you. Meat, yeah, I can understand it, but it is what it is. You know? I'm just not a vegan. I don't have that ideology where I'm vegan for the animals. I'm vegan for my soul and the universe and my connection to it. That's why I eat. I call it a conscious eating. I linked my conscious. I said, hey, You know, I honestly, the universe let me know what I can consume. So why am I doing all that? I don't need to, I don't need to do that. But crazy, man. No, that's wrong. Citizens do have sovereignty. I've been destroying the entire fucking, you know, other shit, a whole nother page with showing people, showing them case law, and I've had 3 people hit me up like, "Yo, I never knew that." And again, it's all this internet fucking CIA goofy shit that's been going around for years that people just take it, don't actually go look, and you'll see that it's wrong, and that's where I come at. That's why I said the you see it right there, reality crusher. Because people woke up and went right back to sleep and got deeper into sleep, and they're so far in it, no matter what you show them, they still don't believe it. I still got people arguing me. I'm like, look, I'm showing you the source of the information, and you're still trying to find a way to reject it instead of actually going back and studying it, then going to study everything that you learned up under it, like I did, and you get a greater understanding. I'm like, whoa, you know? So that's what's up, man. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy, man. So I got a lot of good and I got a lot of bad, but it's all good for me because that's the whole point is just sharing information and teaching and showing. And people give me extra information too in the process. You know, so and it was just a couple little lines and it wasn't even anything. What words triggered them was Christopher Columbus did discover America, and right now in this point in time, you're going to draw that liberal energy out of everybody because they're going to all be triggered and say no. Whoa! And I did that on purpose so I could show them and go deep and way deep into it. And I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read what I posted, the answer all everyone's comments and shit. You know. But hold on, guys. I gotta switch devices real quick. Hold on one second. I gotta cross over. Hold on. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I moved on the other device. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways, all around. All right, thanks, Mad Chatter. One second. Okay. All right, guys. And I'm gonna do more on this in front of a computer to show because it's easier. Oh shit! I almost hit the ban button. Thanks, guys. All right. So, you know, um, so the social experiment I did yesterday, okay, oh, was this one. It was, oh shit! I deleted it. I deleted and replaced it with I deleted it and replaced it with another post with the response. My bad. But initially it said, um, "Happy Christopher Columbus Day. It is a fact. Christopher Columbus did discover America, um, and some other shit." I said I don't know, but I got a lot of comments from that, good and bad, and it's just to because I want to teach people. Fuck the truth and shit. I want to get some real truth, so people can see how bad we really got it, and a foundation to actually go look and see how it affects your life through law, right, and legal processes, what they've done, how we actually are free, right? We actually are free, and these motherfuckers got no business in our business. Who gave them the right? And they say, oh, the people. No, the people actually did not give them the right to oppress us and kill us and maim us. No, no, that's not. No. Even in law, no, that's not. No, that's not even fair. What do you mean? You know? And when you sift through the layers, there's bad, there's good, but law in itself is generally comes from a divine understanding from enlightened beings that structure the law. You know, just like they try to, oh, they but take the good from the bad, because Benjamin Franklin, Hamilton, these presidents dropped serious jewels on. You're not gonna see these jewels unless you go find them. They drop real serious jewels on what this country is. They themselves were state citizens. They themselves understood the principles and maximums of law, right? And people always want to dance around the shit and not realizing that there is protection that the law has to use for you, because the laws are there. They make us believe, oh, law, it's a given. That's common understanding that, bitch, you don't do that. These constitution and rules and all this shit is for the government to stay the fuck off our. When you look at the frameworks of these documents, it's to keep them the fuck away from us and not fuck with us. That's what that's for. No, that's not sovereign citizen fucking talk. No, they want you to believe that sovereign citizen talk, where how they explain it is, oh, they believe they're but yeah, that's because they did brainwash a bunch of motherfuckers to do that shit, and some of them were agents. They needed you to stay the fuck far away from understanding what a sovereign citizen is. They needed you far away from that, right? Ain't nothing but a conspiracy theorist. Same shit. Run around and call conspiracy theorist. Oh, they want you to keep away from truth. Sovereign citizen. Same fucking thing. Now, do you see the media rubbing them in together? Sovereign citizen and conspiracy theorist. They're rubbing those together right now in the news and mainstream. Just like I said, and a lot of us understood from the start. I said it clearly. Oh shit, Trump is to eliminate people that believe in freedom, people that are on the path and understand what's been done. Point blank. So, um, you have um, um, this whole Christopher Columbus shit. So I did this social experiment, right? Now, this is my response, and the thing about it was, I was getting a lot of hate. I could read some of the comments real quick. Um, I could read some of the comments. You know, somebody said Vikings were here. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Vikings were here 500 years before. Now, that's after reading my post that Christopher Columbus discovered America. In a nutshell, that's what I said. And I said I emphasized it because the emphasizing was me drawing out the energy that I was looking for. And why was I looking at that for that energy? Is because me, I want to know where the manipulation is at. I'm studying them. You know, I mean, it's what it is, man. This is something that we all should have learned and understand because this is what they do to us. You learn, first you learn yourself, then you learn to study other people, energies, feeling people. You know, a spiritual awakening. Learn to read people. Then once you go beyond that, you could invoke and understand when you can bring out the energy that you're actually looking for by saying certain things. And that's all I did is I just emphasized me stating that I know this energy is out here. I call it liberal energy. So I needed to draw that out. So when I emphasized it, I know that I'm taking a stab at that and I'm going to draw it out. And the good people will ask the questions. Okay? Exactly. There you go. Fight fire with fire. You know? Fight fire with fire. You get more fire and it keeps burning. You know, fire is fire bad? Yeah, to burn shit down, burn a whole fucking everything down. But guess what? When your ass cold, you want the fire to keep burning. Because it's doing what? It's benefiting you by keeping you warm. You wish the fire can burn all the motherfucking time to keep you warm while it's cold. You know? So there's that. Great point, Mad Catter. So, they said, that's what somebody said. And then somebody else said, so how he discovered if it was already discovered. That's another comment. I'm just gonna go through the comments. You know, I'm not my responses to them all because there's fucking so many of them. Basically, it's just say, it is what it is. But this person said, so how he discovered it if it was already discovered? Well, obviously, I know they don't understand what the word means, and that's why I'm doing this to educate people. You know. Then I responded and they said if someone was living here already, he could not have discovered it. I don't want to read all the comments, but it's not going to make sense if I read, you know what I mean? Because you're not going to know what I said. But I don't want to read all the shit that I said. It's too fucking much. But maybe I should. Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Somebody said, so how he discovered it if it was already discovered? And keep in mind, I don't want to answer the question right now. I'm going to do it at the end of the day because I want to see all the responses. That's how you do a social experiment, you know. And as one lady said, "Oh, you're playing again, all this other shit, whatever." That's because your mentality thinks in that way. Because you got the mentality that I run from. You got the mentality that is out here causing all this fucking crazy nonsense thought processes. That's the energy and the fucking that person carried, right? So, anyways, I said that's where the truth and the lies come into play. And the liars are the ones who say he didn't discover it. The truth lies and he actually did discover America. And it can't and I said I can't believe people do not know nor understand this. Because I go through some people's pages and I look what the fuck they're talking about. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's intelligent. So they come drop a comment here. I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? It's not making much sense. All the shit that they're sharing and posting, this is an intelligent person. They know what's up. But then they come answer a question like this when, okay, they got all this shit on their page. They know a lot. They do research. They can easily have went and researched this shit. Doesn't take much at all to figure it out. So that's why I respond the way I respond to some of these people. And again, every person I respond differently and accordingly. So, and I said that's where the truth and the lies come into play. And the liars are the ones who say that he didn't discover it. The truth lies and he actually did discover America, period. And I can't believe that people do not know nor understand this, period. I did learn about it 7 or 8 years ago, but I figured a lot more people would know about it by now. And I told him I'll share the proof of why he did discover America later. This is more like a social experiment. I do consider myself as a teacher of a sort, and I will share the knowledge. And then the same person said, if someone was living here already, how could he have discovered it? He had came upon it and he didn't discover it. The fact that you are really trying to give them credit is wild. To discover something means only you know where it is. Now, this is what people believe. Like, I can't help the beliefs, but that's what they stated to me. So, again, this is just like sharing this stuff, teaching this stuff, because through all this, somebody could learn something, right? And I think you better go back and check your research and understandings and then look around. And I told him to go back and research. And I said, look around what you live in, then study the District of Columbia, then Columbia University. Then you'll be closer to understanding why Christopher Columbus actually did discover America 100%. And the fact is 100% undebatable. And he said, all that studying, and you're still clueless to the fact that America was Tamiri, aka original Egypt, way before some damn Columbus came over here with that BS. Like I said, he ain't discovered nothing, so therefore you need to take all them lies you learn from them people and research yourself. Okay, I'll take that, right? And I just said, slow down, my friend. I'm making a simple point. And I said, stay on topic. When you check back later, you'll find out that you're completely wrong. I'm just showing you how the CIA mind controlled truth communities and information for many years. Trust me, I was under it too. Again, Christopher Columbus discovered America point blank. It's not even debatable. Bring your best guru information over here. And I'm going to back up to what he said. He said it's the fact that America was Tamara, aka the original Egypt. Well, hey, I can't verify that if that's wrong or not. All right. I can't verify that shit if it's wrong or not. That comes from Hebrew Israelite shit. Okay. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I know where my ancestors came from way before, Columbus came. This shit goes 10,000 years in the Carolinas, my ancestors. So where this falls into play, the original Egypt and all that shit, I don't know because one, it wouldn't be called Egypt in America because it wouldn't even have been called America because the Europeans named America America because that was a name that they gave the Aboriginal people that was on this land, aka my ancestors. So where Egypt falls into this shit is beyond me because my ancestors spoke Suean, right? Which I don't know how to even pronounce Egypt. So I don't even know where the fuck that would even be. And I don't even know where that is on a map because I've seen old ass ancient fucking maps. So I don't know where that even comes from. It is what it is. So that's where they came from with that shit. Like I said, CIA is a motherfucker. They got motherfuckers believing all kinds of shit. All right. And it may be true. I don't know. I just know where my ancestors come from. That's it. That's all I know. I can't deny it, and I can't fucking confirm what this motherfucker is saying. But I know where my family's from. No, that ain't gonna fly. Nah, no way. Change. Just don't. None of that shit. All right, they speak Suean. All right. So, anyways, that's what I said. I already said my response. Then he said Columbus was in the Bahamas, which he thought was in Asia. He was naming people shit they already had names. He didn't even know where he was. It's one thing to be wrong, but it's another to keep being wrong and pushing wrong information. The way I see it, you're pushing the brainwashing agenda still. He was on a boat that had a navigator who was black. The navigator, if anyone, should have been given credit. And he sent a picture that said Tamarai, Egypt, and it says Tamar, some shit, Florida, Door. All right. So, hey, yeah, he might be right on that. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Right? But again, I'm not dismissing what he's saying. And I just said to him, I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on the facts of Christopher Columbus discovering America. I'm on topic. I'm not going way left because I could have went into a whole bunch of shit my damn self. Right? But I'm not. I'm not going way left. Okay? So that was the end of his comment. And then another woman came on and she responded, and this is one of the ones who got it.
who actually did the research. Shout out to her. She was like, I did read the District of Columbia is not part of America. Is it something to do with that bit of information? And I said, yes, exactly. And I said, stay tuned. She said, Columbus from Columbia. I'm going to look that up now. Exactly what exactly is the District of Columbia? I think I'll find some answers there. This had me intrigued today, but I did not have the time to research it yet. Thank you for raising the issue. I'm a lifetime student and I love learning. Also open-minded. That is fucking exactly what I'm looking for. A beautiful soul that is just looking for information that lines up to the truth. That's a beautiful fucking thing. That is a beautiful thing right there. And hey, it's beautiful. And then somebody else, he said he didn't discover America. Now this brother's on my page all the goddamn time. He knows goddamn well I don't believe he discovered America. Then I told him, yes, he did, 100%. And trust me, when I make a post to claim, I can back it up with proof. And then somebody else said, you can't be serious, you know? Right, she's a rare species. And then somebody said you can't be serious. And I said, I'm very serious unless you could prove he didn't discover it. Because I wouldn't have made the post if I couldn't prove it, which I will later. This is actually a way to lift the illusion off many that believe they learned and understood the truth, and in reality get wrapped up in more lies inside of truther communities and other CIA mind manipulation, fake awakening mindsets. I'll be rubbing that shit in because it's disgusting. The people that think they're awake, and I'm not claiming I'm anything. All I know is I see through the shit and I see what has been done. And it's disgusting because it ripped us even farther apart. Because people are stuck in their beliefs worse than religion. I'd rather be dealing with Christians. Because they seem to be seeing the only ones that get it right now that something's fucked up. Okay? Everybody else, they want to create some other shit. You know? So, you know, I said that, and then he said, okay. Somebody else said he wasn't the first to discover America. Oh, no shit. And I go, yes, he was. It's a fact. It's not even an opinion. Because, again, he asked me, he said he wasn't the first to discover America. That's the topic I'm on. That is discovery. Okay? I'm on the topic of discovery because I do know the answer, and I'm trying to teach the answer, and this is a great way to teach. Bring out emotions, feelings, and all this shit, and there you go. So I said, yes, he was. It's a fact, not even opinion. This is where intelligence overrides brainwashing and ignorance. Not to say that you're ignorant, but on this fact, you are. Break the spell, my brother. And then somebody else said, I take it back. The same person that messaged above said, I take it back. You're ignorant. You're not ignorant. You're clinically stupid. And I said, it's going to be funny when you realize how ignorant you actually are and then go back and read my post. You stopped here and commented, and then you'll be proven wrong. And then, as I said, then don't get angry like other few people and just go irate and liberal on me. Read my post again because Christopher Columbus, a.k.a. Christoforo Colombo, did in fact discover America. And then somebody else, this is the person that, this is somebody else, he was like, fucking funny to call it discovery. Conspiracy theory, question mark. Remember, it was already discovered by the people that inhabited this land. The Native Americans and the Vikings had already been by here as well way before Columbus. First off, Native Americans wasn't even fucking here. That's a made-up shit name by the goddamn Europeans, okay? And again, he could have just using that as a context. So, hey, whatever. But I just said, and then he said ignorant, and he said, what a joke. And I said, who's the joke? I said, you're under mind control. And then this is the dude that was on here yesterday that came in here. He was like, shut your weird ass up. That nigga didn't discover shit. You can't discover a place where people already existed. And he didn't even land in America. He landed in the islands. Fuck Columbus. I get it. you know? And then somebody else co-signed said, exactly. And I said, why are you triggered? I said, why are you triggered out of ignorance? You mad because you don't know the truth? It's not my fault. He said, do you not understand what discovery means? And then he goes, first off, bro, you're bro. There's that bro shit. I hate bro. That's when you know a motherfucker has no intelligence whatsoever, right? And I get it. Some people use bro as their lingo, but when you gotta do all this shit, bro, you clearly ain't fucking thinking. You know, you're not thinking. You're not thinking. I'm only gonna read one more comment. So many comments, like 90 comments. I'm not gonna read them all because this shit's taking too long. But I like to do it because it shows you where people's mindsets are. But he goes, first of all, bro, your fact is all fucked up. And his name was not Columbus. Won't you go do your fucking research and stop pushing false information, trying to mislead people based off your ignorant ass posts you made, which made you wide open to be criticized? That's the whole point. You see, that's the whole point. You gotta understand what you're dealing with. I know this energy, so you gotta do it in a certain fucking way. And it works because these people think like this. These are liberal-minded people, AKA they have a communistic mindset. They don't want to learn. They don't want to know. They want it to be spoon-fed. If it don't line up with their beliefs, fuck you, get out of my face. That's the world they live in. I don't live in that world. And I know how to poke at it and draw the fucking bees right on out. All right? So after they said, even white, he said, using words like false information and all that shit, misleading. This motherfucker pays attention to the mainstream media, right? Fuck it, we're not calling it mainstream media. We're going to call it brainstream media from here on out. And then he goes, even white historians admit his name was not Columbus. No shit. He's got a name in Latin, Spanish, Italian, and other lingos. Because this motherfucker was laying claim and discovering places. So, yes, he's got a bunch of different fucking names. Okay, I know this. I overknow that. Right? Even white historians admit that it was not Columbus. You mean Europeans. Why you got to call him white? Did not know he discovered America. They even removed his statues from our city because it's false history. Actually, it's not false history. Maybe they don't want you to know the fucking truth, right? The same reason why they put Indigenous Day on Columbus Day, to try to make you forget about it, not think about it, but they don't realize that was the Diddy lube to say, fuck you. We're going to give you Indigenous Day on our Columbus Day to rub it in harder, to show you who's the fucking boss. You see how we do that? We put your day on our day. Make it make sense. And then he goes, he was also responsible for the genocide of the natives of the islands of Cuba and Dominica. No shit. Okay? Oh, forget about what they did in all through South America. Forget about what they did to the Mayans and Aztecs and all that shit. Forget about what they did down there. Forget about what they did all the way up through the Americas. Forget about what they did to fucking all of the lands north called Canada. Forget about what they did to fucking Africa. Forget about what they did to India, China, Russia. Forget about it, right? Turkey, all those countries, all those nations. Forget about all that, right? Come on, man. Got to understand what's really going on. Anyways, he goes, so get off my dick and do some fucking research before you come out here with your bullshit rhetoric post. Keep in mind, on my fucking platform, whatever it is called on Facebook, on my page, keep in mind, this person said, get off his dick and do some research before you come here with your bullshit rhetoric post. Because smart asses like me is wanting to put dumb asses like you on blast. Meanwhile, we're talking on a subject where I know words. This motherfucker calls himself smart. I ain't never going to call myself smart, because smart don't mean what you think it is. This is how dumb these motherfuckers are. Ain't that crazy how that works? Hey, it is what it is. He said so. Get off my dick and do some fucking research before you come on here with your bullshit rhetoric post. Okay. Because smartasses like me is wanting to put dumbasses like you on blast. And the French and the Vikings came to America way before Christoforo Colombo. And then he gave me some Google fucking search real quick. This is the type of shit that's out here. That's why I like to do reality crushing. Right? And then the same motherfucker came and said, so you're fucking false information. This dude was straight triggered. You saw him come on here. He was straight gone. He was straight. I drew the motherfucker out. And this motherfucking, he couldn't get back home fast enough. He came out under a real spirit, real soul, and he couldn't get out of here fast enough. He couldn't take it. Came in and was like, hurry up, get to the point. Let me know. Get to it. And then when he got it, he ran because he got the truth. Ain't heard from him since. Ain't heard from the motherfucker since. Not at all. And I posted I'm going to read what I posted this morning and go through it. So, this is the last, interaction I'm going to read because he came over here and y'all saw it. Told y'all to go follow some motherfucker that I know where the motherfucker got the information from to claim who he was. And this motherfucker's from Africa or some shit over there. Like, seriously, the dude is from, like, Congo or some shit. And he's over here talking about he's an indigenous to over here. Like, oh, hey, it is what it is. I know the background of this brother. All right? He puts out good information, but, hey, it is what it is. Each his own. He told you to go follow him. No, I told you to go follow Wise Wake Up. It's 1984. Yeah, it sounds like a psycho. No, it sounds like a liberal because they are psychotic and they are mentally ill, carrying this liberal energy. I see it everywhere. I know what I'm dealing with. So anyways, and I suppose, and I said, because they like to do this. They like to delete their comments. So what I do is I just screenshot them because they like to delete them and say, other said, you said this and you said that. He goes, and I said, please don't delete your comments. And then I said, go over to YouTube. I'll be doing a live stream. Also, check back later tonight. You will see that Christopher Columbus did discover America. Then go sharpen up on your skills and implement these things in your life. And I said, this is something I do every day, And then he goes, I can't stand weirdos like you. You probably a descendant of that sick bastard. And you just clueless as a prick who posts dumbass shit to get attention. So everyone, and then I go, this is what the dude, he was just straight triggered, man. Straight triggered. That was funny that he said that. So yeah, there's a lot more interactions. I ain't gonna go about it. I'm gonna play to you, okay? I'm gonna play to you what somebody sent me. Like, this is some crazy shit. And I'm glad that they sent this. But listen to this shit, y'all. Now, I don't even know. I got a message a long time ago. They said, I like what you post since I'm on Facebook ban. And she said, I can't send you a friend request. Would you be able to send me one? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I ain't sending you no friend requests. Whatever. And I said, hi, sister, thank you. You can always reach me here. LOL ban, you must be doing something right. That's what she originally said back December 2021, guys. Motherfucker man on my page. I don't know. That was in 2021, y'all. 2021. It's 2024. Y'all know what was going on in 2021. But here's this response. Listen to this shit.
I knew it was some bullshit like this, and I'm glad I removed you. That's why I can't comment on your
Soon as I heard the voice, I'm like, oh, this is an unstable, anxiety-ridden woman with no fucking real man in her life, no real man energy around her or in her life. And I could tell she's unhinged. She's a liberal. Right off of that right there, I automatically knew. As soon as I heard the voice, I could hear the shakiness, the anxiety. I could hear the fear. Okay, I could hear the uncertainty in that voice. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I don't know where I picked this skill up, but I tell you, it's a beautiful skill, and hey, it is what it is. But here, I'm gonna play it again. Let me rewind.
I knew it was some bullshit like this, and I'm glad I removed you. That's why I can't comment on your replies, which I'm actually going to start ignoring completely now. I knew it was going to be some little boy in a man's body seeking validation and attention. So he's like, I'm going to annoy you guys by saying something that we all know isn't true, but I'm going to prove to you that I am right because he's still right. And it's like, what the fuck? How old are you? Don't you have children? Can you not act like a man if you're going to offer information? Do it in a more, do it with some composure. Do it with a little bit of self-respect. Do it without needing desperately for people to argue with you so that you can get some attention. It's just pathetic.
So that's the first one, y'all. Do y'all hear this shit? Do you hear that shit? And again, that's a woman. I like to say a woman because even a girl ain't this fucked up. Girls, they still have time. Women, it's women out there that's fucked up just like this. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that shit? Yes, you heard that shit right. You see, it's a totally different world with these motherfuckers, man. This motherfucker wanted me to deliver it how she wanted it. No, I'm me. I'm going to deliver it and do it how I want to do it. That's what people don't understand. People, I don't give a fuck what somebody is doing. If there's something that I could get, I'm not going to critique them on, oh, it didn't go my way. And that is another thing that is wrong in society, is when a motherfucker don't get it how they want it and expect it according to their energy. No, they can't fuck with it. See, this wasn't enough. It didn't come out right. Think about it. It didn't even come out right. Like, listen to that shit again.
See, I knew it was some bullshit like this, and I'm glad
you knew it was some bullshit. Well, you knew what was some bullshit like this. What the fuck are you talking about when you've been on my page? I don't remember the name. I just look at comments. I don't even read the fucking names because I don't care. I read comments. And then sometimes if I see a comment, okay, let me see this mindset. I'll go through I'll go see their page. Okay, I understand what this person, I could see who they are. Okay. But I'm like, motherfucker said 2021. Okay. And then you come here. I knew this. Well, what did you know? Like, you knew this was what was bullshit? Something you expected? Like, what the fuck what kind of brain? What the fuck is this, guys? Because I'm lost.
Can't comment on your replies, which I'm actually going to start ignoring completely now. I knew it was going to be some little boy stuck in a man's body seeking validation and attention. So he's like,
y'all know those are words from a liberal, guys.
You guys by saying something that we all know isn't true.
See, we all know it's not true. Yeah, really? Y'all all know it's not true? How the fuck y'all all know it's not true when it is true? It's just not true how you guys thought and were trained and manipulated to believe. And then you were liberated because, oh shit, what the fuck did I just like to do? Oh, no. Because you were liberated and they told you, oh, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. There were already people here. Oh, that was in the truth community long time ago. And I'm like, okay, why would they say that then? I learned that the word discovery don't mean, oh, I went there, I saw people, so I didn't see it. Oh, we think it's, oh, went there, no one's there. Oh, so I could discover it. And they're like, oh, no, he went there. There are people there. How he discovered it? Yay, I'm liberated. I'm awakened. Yeah, you were mistaken, motherfucker, because the truth is hiding right in plain sight. Think about it.
I'm going to prove to you that I'm right because he's still right.
I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
And it's like, what the fuck? How old are you? Don't you have children? Can you not act like a man if you're going to offer information? Do it in a more,
Okay. Obviously, she has no man, but she want me to she said act like a man. Hold on, wait.
Do it with some composure?
Do it with some composure. What the fuck you mean composure? I ain't doing this shit for you. Like, what the fuck? Think about that shit. As I just read to you a woman's comment who got it. But then I get this shit. With the same post, I get these two fucking reactions. Okay? So you let you know where the real woman energy is. And her to come and talk about, man, you know she ain't got one. You know she doesn't even know how to be a woman. One, she's liberated. She's a liberal. You know, she's, you know, all this woman power, all this shit. Spirit, whatever the fuck else. Listen.
A little bit of self-respect. Do it without needing desperately for people to argue with you so that you can get some attention. It's just pathetic.
Okay, this is the next one.
I fully stand by the fact that I removed you, and I think you're ignorant. And I knew it was based off of some shit like this that you're pulling.
What is this psychotic shit? Like, this is psychopath shit. I don't know this person, never talked to this person, never even interacted with them on a fucking post because she said she can't post on my shit. She was so triggered she can't post on my shit because she's not my friend, because obviously I didn't send her a motherfucking friend request, okay? Because I don't need to. For what? So she couldn't comment. She was so triggered she messaged me, and she didn't text it. She voiced it, which makes it worse and more meaningful for me to understand. Thank you. That's the whole point of this shit. Literally said that.
I fully stand by the fact that I removed you, and I think you're ignorant.
What do you remove me from if I don't listen to you? Like, this. You know how many times I've heard this being over the years on all kind of platforms? I'm blocking you. What? You're not blocking me. You're blocking yourself. You can't block me. How the fuck you blocking me? How are you removing me? Like, that logic just doesn't even understand. Think about that. That shit don't even understand. That shit is not even logical. I'm blocking you. I'm removing you. Removing me from what the fuck can you be removing me from? I don't understand that. This is wrong with these people. Like, I already know this person to a T. I already know how they are, all kinds of shit. And then they said this right here. This is the last message. Why they kept messaging? Because they was full triggered because I hit the liberal button. Christoforo Colombo, they don't like that shit. Why? White supremacy. See, I know how to trigger these motherfuckers, boy. I got one for today. You know, I need to teach some shit, give people an understanding the law, because this is where you end up. You understanding the law, what they've done, how they've done it, how they formed D.C., how they use the land between Virginia, Maryland, D.C., the structure of it, the government, how it's set up, the states, sovereignty, all this shit, rights, right? Freedom, liberty. This is how you get there.
What a waste of time, energy, effort, space, all of it. Like, is there any part of you that has any thought process before you do this dumb shit? Is there any?
So, this motherfucker don't realize the thought process was this right here. Right? They're right, our ESP. This is the shit that I do because this is how you get to people in this day and age. You can't come on here and be like monotone and say, you know, look, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to that shit. So you gotta strike a fucking match and light a fucking fire. That's what you gotta do. Because these people are unhinged, psychotic. You gotta meet them where the fuck they at. It's point blank, period. I know what I was doing. I know what I wanted to draw out. I know I'm going after the spirituality awake crowds. I'm not looking at, I ain't trying to wake up no fucking sheep. I'm trying to crack the motherfuckers that are so-called awakened. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the code I'm trying to crack. Them motherfuckers. Snap them out of the spell. They run around calling people sheep, but then say some shit like this.
What a waste of time, energy, effort, space, all of it. Like, is there any part of you that has any thought process before you do this dumb shit? Is there any part of you? But I'm assuming it's because you're vegan. You know, if you're not getting enough B12, the brain starts to deteriorate. It's literally a fact. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's literally a fact. So it makes sense, but I choose not to interact or engage with people like you. So this is This is a blessing in disguise. Thank God. Thank God.
I'm not interacting with this motherfucker, but they say they choose to not interact. What the fuck is this, y'all? This shit is crazy, man. But again, this is a pure demonstration of the shit that I talk about daily. These motherfuckers are all around us in our communities, might be in your fucking bed, across the street, wherever the fuck, they're all around you. And they think like this, guys. Think about that. Look at what she said. Like this, this is your third message. I ain't responding to your motherfucking ass. I did though this morning because I was like, "What is this? I don't know nobody like this." I'm like, they sending me message. I didn't know what to expect, what it was. I honestly thought it was some good shit because that's what I've been getting is good messages about the shit. And there it goes, one of these motherfuckers. One more time.
What a waste of time, energy, effort, space, all of it.
Time, energy, effort, space, love, light. I know you fall under the rainbow. I know you fucking free Palestine, fucking walking, fucking, I know what you're doing, This is one of those people who were vegan and ain't vegan no more, right? The vegans I don't fuck with, these are those people that turn around and they say, oh, they turn into carnivores and all kind of stupid shit, advocate for meat and all kind of shit, talk about some B12, it beat the brain cell. Don't understand, okay? Don't even understand what the fuck B12 even is. Has no clue, just regurgitating shit she heard on the fucking internet, not realizing that there's whole fucking cultures that don't eat fucking any kind of fucking meat. And who told you there was B12 anyway? Oh, probably the same motherfuckers that came over here from this royal church and fucking implemented this damn nation on top of my ancestors. Where if you're in America, lady, I know you ain't American. You might be American from the South, from the islands down there, okay? But you're speaking Spanish, so that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, because, motherfucker, you ain't even Spanish, and I ain't even fucking English. So we both fucked up in the game. Now, how's that? You speak in Spanish like, oh, it's some look at it like it's some fucking accolade of a higher understanding. No, that's your slave language. Like English is my slave language. What the fuck you talking about? That ain't your native tongue. This is what we dealing with, guys.
Is there any part of you that has any thought process before you do this dumb shit?
This shit is funny to me.
Is there any part of you, but I'm assuming
oh my God. I'm assuming it's because you're vegan. When it clearly says vegan but not vegan. Clearly I post shit. She says I look right here, it says 2021 she messaged me. Talking about she liked what I post. I post shit about vegans all the time. So how the fuck you get that thought process? Because if you on my page, I don't fuck with vegans. I mean, come on, man. So anyways, that was that. That shit was funny. But it is what it is. This is the type of shit that I'm dealing with. So again, this is not a woman, guys. This is that shit they've been creating for us men around this motherfucker that I tell my sons and learn myself, stay the far fuck away from people like that. Run when they talk like that. No, you don't want no awakened woman to nothing. You don't want this shit out here. Trust me. You don't want that. All right? You'll be in a fucked up situation. Trust me. And this is what I teach my boys. No, you don't want that. You want a woman. Ain't no real woman going to come do no shit like that. A real woman will probably come and thank you for the knowledge and information. But ain't no woman going to come to no other man and tell them what the fuck they need to be doing. That shit ain't going to happen. That don't even exist, okay? Where my wife is from, no woman would tell another man nothing about nothing. It don't happen over there, okay? It does not happen. Because they know we ain't about to be in no other man's shit, telling another man, especially to be doing absolutely nothing. They don't do that. They'll talk to the woman. They're not going to talk to no man about doing nothing and how to do nothing. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Shit just don't happen like that in other countries. And that ain't the only one. But anyways, now, my whole response to that is this is the education part of the whole, Christopher Columbus, the Christopher Columbus discovered America, right? And that's just the whole thing that I wanted to put out there, is to educate people. I wanted to see where people was at, shake it up a little bit, give them a little earthquake, right? Give them a little earthquake, and then shake it up. And then here. And the thanks I got so far, I posted it this morning. It's still the morning. So by tonight, a lot of people ain't going to say shit. And I'm going to go right to the little comments and say, question mark, it's crickets, do something. Because that's what I like to do. Poke the bee's nest. Look, look. At the end of the day, we could shake hands. We're educating each other. Because one brother, even though he was talking shit, educated me on something that I didn't know. And another brother said, thank you. I didn't even know that. And it was on a different topic in the conversation. So anyways, this is the exact post that I did. And it's long, guys, so bear with me. And then I'm going to get ready to get up off here. It's been a little too long. Shout out to all you guys listening. Shout out to you guys watching. Shout out to you guys that got bored. I love talking about this because the real ones stay, the weak ones that go. For whatever reason, they don't want to talk about this type of shit. Okay? They don't want to actually know they want to fix and wake up and, they want to change their reality and do all this other shit, but they don't want to understand how the shit even runs. Mind blowing to me. Oh, man. So, my answer was, here you go. Why Christoforo Colombo in Italian, a.k.a. Christopher Columbus in English, a.k.a. Cristobal Colon in Spanish, a.k.a. Christophorus Columbus in Latin, discovered, all caps, America. The answer to all your questions on this post that triggered great questions, semi-debates, understandings, as well as emotions and feelings. If you have been on my page, you should know or clearly see I'm not here for Facebook friends or foes. I'm here to share information and shake foundations of beliefs, feelings, and emotions. I try my best to come with facts and evidence. So when I made this post, I knew what I was getting into from the way I worded it from the start. Reason being that this was kind of a social experiment to see where the minds and intelligence of people are at, and to see where emotions and feelings are sitting. Because most of the times these days, emotion overrides logic and reasoning. Hence, scroll through all the comments. Ha ha ha. So with that said, did Christopher Columbus discover America? Like they said, question mark. Yes. They never lied. Remember when you were young? I always was a good writer. That's one thing I was. I was a good poet, good story writer, good play writer. I always was good at writing shit. I'm good. I'm like a gift with that shit. Legal writings, it's excellent. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird thing about me. English was my worst subject. Spelling, all that shit. But I was always a good writer. Good at formulating, words and shit. But anyway. So with that said, did Christopher Columbus discover America like they said? Yes. They never lied. Remember when you were young, we were taught in school that Christopher Columbus discovered America. And when he got here, the Indians were here, question mark. And I said, I remember that clearly, a.k.a. indigenous people. So did they lie? No. Why? Oh, shit. Because of our ignorance of not understanding what the word discovery or discovered means in law. And for this context, international law, as I will explain down here. So Christopher Columbus' voyages were undertaken under a legal framework rooted in medieval European international law, particularly as it related to the discovery and the conquest of new territories. This framework was heavily influenced by the doctrine of discovery and specific legal instruments issued by the Roman Catholic Church. Hold on 1 second. Let me take a sip before I go to the next sentence. Number 1, doctrine of discovery. This is under international law, okay? The doctrine of discovery was a legal and theological principle that allowed European Christian nations, remember that, guys, Christian nations, to claim sovereignty over non-Christian lands. This doctrine gave legitimacy to the exploration and colonization of lands discovered, all caps, by European explorers. It essentially stated that any land not inhabited by Christians could be claimed by European powers. And I said, how wild is that? The doctrine was formalized through a series of papal bulls issued by the Roman Catholic Church, especially in the late 15th century. And these papal decrees granted explorers the right to claim territory in the name of their sovereign rulers and convert or subdue indigenous populations. Yes, and we know how they forced Christian doctrines on our ancestors and have subdued them. Number two, papal bulls. This is in international law at that time, right? The Roman Catholic Church, led by the Pope, played a significant role in legitimizing territorial claims. The Church played a dominant role in the religious and political life of Europe for many centuries. Two key papal bulls relevant to Columbus' voyages are Inter Caetera, that is a legal term in Latin, okay, 1493, issued by Pope Alexander VI. This bull granted Spain the right to colonize the newly discovered lands west of a certain meridian, later formalized by the Treaty of Tordesillas of 1494, dividing the New World between Spain and Portugal. D-U-M, diversas, another Latin term in international law, 1452, as Romanus Pontifex, 1455. These earlier papal bulls granted Portugal the right to conquer and claim non-Christian lands in Africa. There's Africa. Told you guys, the things that own and operate everything are the 13 charter families that stem from the Royal Church of England, Royal Church of Rome, Royal Church of Spain, I forgot what they call it, of Portugal. It's all the same motherfuckers, right? But anyways, they laid the groundwork for later expansion of the doctrine across for the expansion of doctrine of discovery across the Atlantic. These bulls essentially provided legal and religious authority for Spain and Portugal to claim lands as they, parentheses, all caps, discovered, regardless of the presence of indigenous peoples. And I said, think about that shit. This is why Spanish people are called Spanish. This is what I put in, this is everything that I'm reading you exactly what I wrote. And I said, this is why Spanish people are called Spanish and speak Spanish because of the colonizers. And we speak English and Canadians speak French because of the colonization of these lands. In parentheses, that's a side note. Okay. 3, the capitulations of Santa Fe, 1492. Before Columbus set sail, he entered into an agreement with the Catholic monarchs of Spain, King Ferdinand II of Aragon, we've all heard of that motherfucker, and Queen Isabella I of Castile. This contract, known as the capitulations of Santa Fe, outlined the legal and financial terms of his voyages. Key provisions included Columbus was granted the title of Admiral of the Ocean Sea. This is when you get into the names of the oceans, guys. Right? Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, right? All these different seas, the Caribbean. Anyways, he was appointed viceroy and governor of any new lands he discovered. Again, we're talking about Christopher Columbus discovering America the right way. Not the smart way, which is dumb that we learned in school, but the right way, which is intelligence and with knowledge and understanding, logic, and now you know the reason. So, anyways, he was appointed viceroy and governor of any new lands he discovered. He was entitled. This is what he said. Before he entered an agreement with the Catholic monarch of Spain and King Ferdinand of Aragon and Queen Isabel of Castile. In the contract, it stated that he would get all these things. He was entitled up. That was me, adding that in there just now. But anyways, he was entitled to a percentage of wealth, gold, spices, etc., extracted from these lands. Ain't no different from today. This agreement served as a legal basis for Columbus, in parentheses, claims on behalf of Spain and his personal rewards fitting in with the broader legal framework of European exploration. Number 4, Treaty of Tordesillas, 1494. After Columbus's initial voyage, Spain and Portugal sought to clarify their territorial claims. Remember, Columbus had the contract. So Portugal sought to clarify their territorial claims, clarifying their motherfucking territory. That's what they were doing, leading to the Treaty of Tordesillas in 1494. This treaty, brokered by the Pope, divided the non-European world between Spain and Portugal along a meridian 370 leagues west of the Cape Verde Island. And that's leagues, guys. That's a whole nother fucking international law term, okay? 370 leagues, okay? You get into this shit, you go in a fucking huge-ass rabbit hole, and you start to figure out what the fuck these people have done, okay? Really done. No numbers needed with this shit, okay? None. Okay? Lands west of the line were given to Spain, including most of the Americas, while lands east was reserved for Portugal, primarily Africa and later Brazil. This treaty further codified the legal basis for Spanish colonization of the New World under the authority of international law as it existed at the time. Okay? Next one is effective occupation and colonization. According to international law, at the time, mere discovery was not enough to establish sovereignty. This is where what we do know comes into play under the discovery. A European nation had to demonstrate the effective occupation. That is another legal term in what? In international law. You've heard this in modern day time where they've used this in times of invading and warring with nations in the Middle East. They call it an effective occupation, or i.e., they call it the occupation, or U.S. occupation. What is the U.S. under? Same shit. Royal Church of England. So they're doing the same shit. So anyway, under discovery was not enough to establish sovereignty. A European nation had to demonstrate effective occupation of the newly, quotation, caps, claimed lands. This meant establishing settlements, meaning settling these areas, bringing the area under control. Oh, this gets deeper. And converting the indigenous population to Christianity. Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa. And a motherfucker want to come up here and tell me about a Bible? You can't ever come talk to me about no Bible. By default, I can't talk to you. Because if I explain this to you, you'll come up with some weird ass shit you believe. And I ain't got time for beliefs. Not in 2024, October 15th. No way, no shape, no form, no how. Don't bring that shit to me at all. Because when you hear this, you say, yo, you can't mix the two. It's like oil and water. Bitch, it don't mix. Fuck out of here with that shit. It don't fucking mix. Sorry. I'm going to read that shit the fuck again so people understand what this is. And people are like, oh, it's so crazy what Columbus did and all these people did. And oh my God, they killed Maine, killed. On Sunday, I'm at the church. Amen. Jesus, Allah, just be, not Allah, sorry. Amen, Jesus. Oh, praise God. Praise God. Jesus coming back. Oh, Jesus. Man, get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. That's what pisses me off about Christianity when I read this and understand this shit. Again, effective occupation and colonization. According to international law, that's why if you see a motherfucker talking this shit about Christianity and then your rights and your freedoms and your liberty, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because that's how they all get taken. That's how they all are taken, guys. They are all taken from those principles. What? Oh, man. Anyways, if somebody could come explain that to me, then maybe I'll have a different outlook. But it seems pretty clear and cut to me, and the universe says, by default, no way. Doesn't equal using Christianity to kill motherfuckers. Now, if you could tell me these motherfuckers and indigenous people and my ancestors was worshiping this shit, then maybe we can talk. But you can't because I already know. All right. Effective occupation and colonization, because I'm reading this shit again so people get this shit. According to international law, at the time, mere discovery was not enough to establish sovereignty. A European nation had to demonstrate effective occupation of the newly claimed lands. That means they got to have an effective occupation. Okay? This meant establishing settlements, bringing the area under control, and converting the indigenous population to Christianity. And I put in the post, this is what I said. I said, this pissed me off just typing this shit. Think about that. I mean, we knew it, but to know that's how it had to be claimed legally, that shit is sickening. That's what I put in my post. Okay? Now, the next one. That shit right there, let that shit sink in. Okay? Let that sink in when you talk about religion. Okay? When you talk about Christianity. Let that shit sink in. Okay? Let it sink in. All you got to do is pull this shit out and look, man, you talking that Bible shit. How you explain this? How? No, you could explain it if you were coming from a European ancestry and whatever the fuck. Yeah, okay. Over here? Nah. No. Sorry. Nope. There is no structures. There is no recollection. At least over in Europe, there are structures and shit of this religion that are old as fuck. Not over here. Not over in this motherfucker, there's not. No, they didn't blow it up. No, they ain't hide it. Why would they hide what they're trying to push? No. Shit's all fucking new age. It's all new shit on the new land that's ancient that they discovered by law. Put that shit here. That's why the further you go south, the stronger it gets. And it's very strong in South America. Fucking even got colors and shit's everywhere. Virgin Mary, all this yellows and all the crazy shit, Christian, Catholic shit everywhere. Why? To keep their ancestry energy at bay so it can't come back into the people. To always keep that in their subconscious mind. Because they removed the Mayan, Aztec, the Olmecs, all that shit down there. See? They don't want you to know that shit. Anyways. Next one, subjugation. And I've never seen anyone on the internet in any of these guru realms ever talk about subjugation. They talk about subrogation, segregation, and all the other shit. No one's ever talked about subjugation. That's subjugation. Okay? And it's called, this is how they've done it, guys. This is how they discovered this land. Is disgusting. It's sickening. It pisses me the fuck off. Right? Subjugation of non-Christian peoples, semicolon. A key component of this legal framework was subjugation, which is the act of bringing a person, group, or territory under control, often through force or coercion. It implies that domination or submission of one of the party by another. That's what subjugation means. It is the act of bringing a person, group, or territory under control, often through force or coercion. It implies the domination or submission of one party by another, or force of conversion of the indigenous population. The Papal Bulls gave explorers and colonizers the authority to convert the indigenous peoples to Christianity, often by force. No, motherfucker, it was all by force. Wasn't often, it was all by force. And it says, the Papa Bulls gave explorers and colonizers the authority to convert the indigenous peoples into Christianity, often by force. Those who resisted could be enslaved or killed under the jurisdiction of bringing them under Christian rule. Oh, that's a beautiful fucking religion if you ask me. Man, I got to take a time out and let me play my disclaimer so people don't, let me play my disclaimer for a minute. I got to take a break after this shit. Hold on, that's not the right thing I'm looking for. What the fuck? I thought this was my disclaimer.
Hello, shit. Are we? Yeah, we're here. Are we here still? Shout out to everybody who's still here. And again, truthers not ready for this stuff. They don't want to, talk about shit like this. It's a lot of work, but it's the actual truth of where you live. How the fuck you know this shit is CIA mind control. If barely anybody wants to talk about where the fuck you live and try to change it. Yeah, there are some, a lot of people who do, but they get caught in the whole trying to get over. I don't want a lot of the gurus are on the internet that talk about this law shit is doing it for money and gain. There is one brother out there that is really helping people, okay? That I know of. I mean, there's others, but one that I deal with is really helping people. And shout out to Yah is Magnified. He's really out there helping people, all right? And I got to respect it. I have the utmost respect for that brother, But, okay, let me get back to it because this shit is disgusting, man. I got to take a break. So back to the subjugation of non-Christian people. Think about this shit, man. Think about what that means. They say, oh, the nation wasn't found on, you can wake up. Oh, the nation wasn't found on Christianity. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that? Got the truthers and the people to wake up. Yeah, this is not a Christian nation, actually. Oh, you sure about that? Because if I read this, they took this bitch over with Christianity. That's why it's so prevalent in the South, where my ancestors are. The churches are every fucking where in the South. Why? because they did a lot of fucking damage in the South. They did a lot of fucked up shit in the South. That's why there's churches everywhere. Churches every fucking way. You go every 3 blocks, a church across from a church, and the church is another church. All these fucking churches. Looks like the state to me, because when I read this shit, it's clear to me. You can't even go around it. There's no debating it. It is what it is. Anyways, subjugation of non-Christian peoples. This is international law, okay? A key component to this legal framework was subjugation, which is the act of bringing a person, group, or territory under control, often through force or coercion. It implies domination or submission of one party by another, or forced conversion of indigenous populations. The Papa Bulls I already read that. The Papa Bulls was the Roman Catholic Church led by the Pope, and it was about the right to colonize newly discovered lands there, west of the meridian, right? It's the dumb Divras, all right, which granted Portugal the right to conquer and claim non-Christian lands in Africa, and it laid the groundwork for the expansion across the Atlantic. So this Papa Bull, right, which legitimized territorial claims, gave them the right to do subjugation, all right? The Papa Bulls gave explorers and colonizers the authority to convert the indigenous peoples to Christianity, often by force. Those who resisted could be enslaved or killed under the justification of bringing them under Christian rules. Okay? The conclusion of discovery. The legal framework Columbus operated under was a mix of religious doctrine, primarily the Papa Bulls, because that was some religious shit, and then royal agreements, aka contracts, the capitalations. It's not capitalization, it's capitalations of Santa Fe, and emerging European principles of international law, such as the Treaty of Tordesillas. This legal instrument allowed Columbus and other explorers to claim new territories on behalf of their sovereigns, right? Which is their kings and shit of all those countries, often disregarding the rights and existence of indigenous populations. This framework justified European colonization rooted in the principle of Christian supremacy over non-Christian lands under the Roman Catholic Church and peoples. Woo. So then, in closing, I left my closing statement. I said, so when I say Christopher Columbus discovered America, this is what I am talking about, because in reality, he actually did. But in the sense we thought and were taught to believe he didn't. Okay? Because why? People were already here. And I said, seriously, it's almost common sense. But what I wanted to bring to the light was how disgusting this is. And it's even more disgusting to have Indigenous Peoples Day on Columbus Day. That is sick and twisted. But people fall for it without thinking. So he did discover. So did he discover? Yes, 100%. 100%. Are there people here, millions upon millions of our ancestors that were here? I hope this information touches you all. I hope this information touches you to actually start to look into the law and legal framework to see how we have been enslaved, but also understand that we are protected from the same entity, i.e. their rules to the game, in which they do not break if you hold them to it. Much love, everyone. And I said, and if we had words at the end of the day, I do this from my heart. It's always love. P.S. Now you know what discovery means. And that's what I said. That was the whole thing about it. And I hope y'all got a lot from that. I'm going to do one video on this alone explaining Christopher Columbus. I'm going to do it like in a good video that's edited so people can actually see and share it, small, not like a fucking live stream. I don't want this shit shared because I talk about all kind of shit, mad shit going on, phone calls, whatever. So yeah, that was my social experiment to teach, to shake these people out, because you can't really talk to them. You can't talk to awake people. You gotta like hit them, punch them. You can't talk to people who think they're awake. You gotta punch their ass, you know? So, yeah. So shout out to all you guys. But you know, it's a lot, man. It's unbelievable, man. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, strictly right in here in on paper, they have it to where Christianity was used to take the land. Like that was the framework. Y'all understand what legal framework means? You don't know what that means. You better know what it means. Legal framework is, motherfucker, that's the foundation. You got the framework of a house. Bitch, you take the framework out, it's over. And that's why they want a motherfucker to believe in motherfucking Christianity so hard. One, it's, you know, obedience to the same people. You see the energy. Most people that are so far into Christianity obey every fucking piece of the fucking law and all that other stupid shit, you know, which is good. I mean, people do help themselves through Christianity. I don't take nothing away from that. Like I said, I rock out. I fuck with Christians. But at the same time, you can't tell me nothing about Christianity at all. Zero. Not a thing, because it don't add up. It's just beliefs, facts, feelings, logic, reasoning. What's the truth? It is what it is. You can't go around it. You're just lying to yourself. You know, it feels good that you need to do that. Hey, if that's what it brings you to, I rock with you. I fucks with you. You know. Exactly. ESP, mainstream media turned into conspiracy. It's time to run. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I ain't got time to sit there and talk about this, that, and this. I'm gonna point out the shit they're doing to target us. That's it. I posted a video yesterday about the damn what you call it. Reason why they're saying sovereign citizens and shit like that, and now FEMA's under attack by militias. Oh, where are they going? Well, you know where they're going. They need to enforce that motherfucking doctrine on your ass. They need to get you back in line. You know? They're running it, guys. They running. You can't. They're already too far fucking up. They're failing in Carolina. State is taking care of Florida. Wyoming's burning. Don't nobody know. It's a big fucking goddamn bonfire in goddamn Wyoming. You know? I mean, look what the news is. Elections right here. You know it's about to be a clusterfuck. I'm gonna be front and center. No, I'm not gonna be live streaming the shit. No, I'm gonna be watching on high alert. That's it. That's all I can do at this point. And do I think something's gonna happen? Absolutely not. You know, it's gonna be a progression. They're gonna let that shit linger until January 6th. You best believe they gonna wait that till that shit lingers. You know. And again, shout out to all my Christians, but shit is what it is. You can't unhear that. You cannot read that book and then understand what has been done and say, this is a divine book. I should be following this. Use it for your spiritual, you know, goodness and kindness and whatever it does for you. Cool. But know where that shit is from. That's it. You know? You think a Christian didn't want to hear that shit? Hell no. They conquered the world with this shit. They're still doing it. Missionaries in Haiti. The fuck? They ain't trying to hear that shit. You still got them as slave status, owned by a chartered company. What? And again, I be wanting to break this down on a computer and do like streams and like going through this shit. But I don't be having time. If I have time, I'll do it. But if I don't, I can't. And as it get cold, I'll have more time and get, you know, if we're not in censor, land where they just shut the internet off because we about to all hell about to break loose. Because I've been told y'all a long time ago, when a government goes rogue, and the government collapses and it goes into military rule or some shit like that, or emergency declaration, they come after the dissenters. That's what they do. They come after dissenters. Now, they're in America, I think there's too many to come after, but they're going to weed it out. They're going to turn your system down and turn it off, restrict flow, restrict travel, movement, all that shit. Then slowly, got to get these guns out of here. People are dangerous. Can't have a gun. Only we can have a gun. Only we can have a gun. You can't have a gun. All right, it's about to get me. Let me hit my disclaimer one more time.
All right, y'all, I'm back. So, yeah, whatever happens, we only move. Shit, I ain't worried. Fuck it. Whatever's going to go down, going to go down. We all got to go through it together, but apart. So, it is what it is, you know. Just hope people ready, you know. And nothing I could do. Shit, I can't do nothing. You got two beautiful kids that, you know, shit, I can't got no control over it, but all I could do is wish the best. And, you know, it is what it is, man. But, you know, like I said, when the shit goes down, the weight of the world that we've been holding will be off our shoulders. You know, the weight of understanding what's going on will be off our shoulders. It's gonna fall on them. You know, it'll be an energy shift. I can't explain it, but you know, what's good? Origins of beingness, attainment. Origins of beingness, attainment. Shout out to you. So, you know, it is what it is. We got to go through it. You know. So that's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty crazy. You know. And stuff be like, you know, just to know and just to see it. Like they don't, and the thing is, they didn't hide it. How they hide it when that's just what it was done. You know, they didn't hide it. You know, they actually told us in school. So, you know, it is what it is. But it's a beautiful time to be alive because change is coming. You know, it's what direction is humanity gonna go? You know, 'cause I told you, don't get fucking giddy and all happy and shit when you see these motherfuckers going down. Like, oh shit, is this some kind of, is this a universe? That's what they gonna get a lot of people, man. I said, I'm telling you, they're gonna get probably 90% of people that are semi-awake or awakened. But when you totally understand what's going on and totally know that their job is to get humanity back under control as a whole. Now, will it be done? I don't know. Are people going to come to the same realization that a lot of us have, where, bitch, I don't give a fuck what y'all pull out of your ass. We know y'all the same motherfuckers. So it is what it is. Until there is, I couldn't even tell you, till there is a divine understanding that we all need, to just be and just, I don't know. I don't got the answer. But I know another fucking control structure ain't the fucking answer. It's the same people. It is what it is. It is the way it is. Now, hey, man, could they just kill every fucking body? Hey, I don't know what these people gonna do. I think of everything. A lot of people like to be always, I want to be optimistic. Oh, I want to have hope. Hope is good. That's something we innately got. We innately got hope, Oh, you're gonna manifest the fucking reality. Just manifest it. We'll all manifest it to the man. Oh God, I'm loving lighters, boy. Loving lighters. I get what y'all saying, motherfucker. I understand it's all an illusion, bitch. But there's a physical shit, and it's going on, and I could change my mind all the fuck I want. But when I look out these windows, caught my eyes, that motherfucker shit ain't changing with me. So some shit ain't adding up, So that just is what it is. I mean, hope and optimism and yay, that's what we are. I mean, that's just innately in us all. We got to be realists, man. When you're living in the moment, what the fuck you hoping for? I was just talking, shout out to Just Juice. I was just talking about them before. She's like, how you doing? I was like, I'm doing good. Even if I'm doing bad, I'm doing good. I can find no boredom. I could find no bad and no good. I just take it as it is. If it's something bad, then I gotta go through it. When something bad happens, I just gotta accept bad and go through it. Fuck it. So, the universe will, lead the people down the right. The energy will formulate the way it's supposed to. That's all I can say. Why you gotta, gotta detach. Nothing you can do. So, but other than that, man, shit. Just like I talked about yesterday, person in law, they got us PERs. Like they have told us that, PER and RES, per and res, they got us fucked up. And then son, I told you guys, in law, son means his or her. That's why you have heir, HEIR, because that's he and her at the same time. You got heir, that's he and her at the same time. So pretty crazy, man. And then what else is wild about that is it entails, the Bible. That's why son. After reading all that, now you can begin to understand why son is an immediate male descendant the correlative of father, technically word of purchase unless explained. And then the next son goes his, her. Think about that. Son is his or her. Father. Think about that. Son, immediate male descendant. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to me, man. So, pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, man. So that's my conclusion on Columbus Day. But there's a lot to learn in there. A lot to learn, you know. Oh shit, man, in the middle of the fucking road. There is a lot to learn. A lot to learn, guys. And then it could be too late. They want to call a motherfucker like that talks like this, like me, a sovereign citizen. How the fuck is that a sovereign citizen? You know, define that shit. You know. And then the other side of the, thing that I'm debating people all over is the sovereign citizen. It's not an oxymoron. It's their own words that says people are sovereign. And then they're telling me that I got the interpretation wrong. What in the fuck? That's going to be a whole nother video like this. I'm going to go through, bust it down. I got to do that on a computer to show people. Because people like to see, see proof. What the fuck? How much proof? I've been showing you guys, giving you all the definition. I've given you the definitions with the proof of the actual dictionaries and the case laws. And they still want to say, maybe I'm interpreting wrong. Well, what the fuck? I'm giving you everything. Psychological subversion, And it's a thing, like, you don't exit the matrix, you learn to deal with the matrix. How it was supposed to be done, how they actually lived and prospered by dealing with the matrix, understanding, bitch, private, bitch, public. This is what it is. They didn't play this shit in those days, You look at the case laws, it's like, yo, it's cut and dry. These motherfuckers was not playing. All those cases are the government. You look at the cases back there, the government, bitch, you can't do this to us. This is what it is. So, like I said, the whole sovereign citizen thing, it's not an oxymoron. I thought it was too. But the definition of citizen, and then they want to create these other words. I'm like, guys, I done gave you all the fucking words. You're like, oh, it's consent and this and that. Oh my God. I mean, come on, man. Stop making up. Don't add shit that doesn't even need, that's out of context. Oh, the citizen is all caps because the law dictionary. That's what they're doing. They're showing you it's all caps because that's how they do dictionaries. That's how they what, they gonna make them small, harder to look through the fucking dictionary? No, they put it in all caps in the dictionary, right? I get what y'all saying, but citizen means one of the sovereign people. Period. Why are you talking after that? Oh no, it's the kings and the rulers. Where the kings at? Where? Show me. I know what you're talking about, but show me in law where they at. Exactly. And it says a constituent member of the sovereignty. Synonymous with people. Same shit. And it's a member of the civil state, small caps, entitled to all its privileges. Think about that. The term citizen has come to us derived from antiquity. It appears to have been used in the Roman government to designate a person who had the freedom of the city and the right to exercise all political and civil privileges of the government. Boom. And a couple people thanked me for that one. They were like, damn, that is new to me. Again, it is what it is. But then also it got all persons born or naturalized. This is later. Next one is all persons born or naturalized in the United States, comma, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state where they reside. That's different, citizen, guys. That's what they don't want you to understand. That's different. That's where the 14th Amendment comes in. That's different. So that's when you got to understand what all persons means. They ain't say people. They say all persons. So what are you doing? This definition is for U.S. citizens under the definition citizen. People are like, oh, you don't understand it right. Fuck you mean? It's right here. This is the definition. It says all persons. Well, if they're saying persons, you're going to go to a different person. Then you got to decipher which person you are, or they'll do it for you. And under implied consent. No, all your rights are here. They're just not self-executing. You got to execute your rights. That's where people get it wrong. And for years, they created cyber citizen movement, created all this bullshit that people get into when they could have just simply follow the road of we the people and realize, damn, we are free. I showed you during COVID, they was overturning shit like fucking pancakes. Overturning shit like pancakes. It's shit still caught up in the courts right now because they don't want to let it be heard till they destroy this bitch. Because they know they did a lot of shit they wasn't supposed to, and they got caught for it, and now they got to answer for it. So they're hoping it gets destroyed or whatever their timeline is before they take on it. You know how many cases are in court? Stuck for 2 years? Since 2021? 2022? A whole lot of them bitches. The term citizens had come to us derived from antiquity. Think about that. Because remember, person is also man created under God. But if you let them turn you into a corporation, hey, that's on you. They know what you are. You gotta let them know. Look, this is what I am. You gotta protect my rights. Don't be making me shit that's you to line up with your shit. No, don't work like that. So, but yeah. So, wild stuff, guys. So yeah, the term sovereign citizen is not. I'm gonna do a whole video on this. It's not an oxymoron. It is an actual term. They just want to keep you from it. They don't want you nowhere near it. They don't want you nowhere near understanding that you're one of the people and you are inherently sovereign. And they don't want you to know that you're a resident of a state and actually a resident alien of the state. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to look at the state constitution that protects you from the federal. You know? And if your rights are violated from the state, then the federal says, wait, you can't violate their rights. You know, that's why they always talk constitution. They don't want you to know about the state constitution. What are they there for? What the fuck are the state constitutions there for if they're not being used? Yes, they're being used because all state laws are under the state constitution, not the federal constitution. So what better way is to keep you away from knowing, never talk about the state constitution? When have you ever heard these motherfuckers talk about state constitutions? No, it's always about the Constitution, always about the U.S. Constitution. Think about it. You think the state constitution has no effect? No, it's got the greatest effect. Problem is, it was created by the people, and the problem is, it has more power than the U.S. Constitution. You know? So, supreme law of the land is the U.S. Constitution, but the supreme law of you is the state constitution. Two different fucking things. But both of them got to uphold your rights. Simple. Simple as popping a pimple. And sometimes that could be fucking hard. So at the end of the day, the shit'll be all right. But yeah, that's all I got for now, guys. I'm about to get up off here. Shout out to everybody who watches later. Shout out to everybody watching this now. But yeah, man, Christoforo Colombo, right? The Christ, Christianity. That's wild shit, man. Wild, wild, wild. So, and shout out to all you guys, and yeah, much love to everybody. Talk to y'all later. Play this outro.
Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a minor. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my veins.